Flying cars powered by AI by 2030? Experts say yes, but only if they don't crash first. AI is reshaping our world at an incredible pace. From the moment we wake up to the time we drift off to sleep, AI is silently working behind the scenes, making our lives a little easier and more efficient. But let's not get carried away. Sure, AI has the power to revolutionize everything from healthcare to transportation, but it's not without its risks. Its potential is both exciting and terrifying. It's honestly a double-edged sword that could either take humanity to new heights or plunge us into an abyss of our own making. So, what can we expect from the next decade of AI? Keep watching because you're in for a wild ride today. AI in healthcare, life extension, or just longer doctor waits. Let me tell you something. AI in healthcare is a total game changer. We're not just talking about living longer, it's about a whole new way of managing our health. Imagine this. You're sipping your morning coffee, and your phone not only tells you if you're at risk for certain diseases, but also reminds you to schedule your next checkup. Sounds amazing, right? But hold on a second. The real power of AI in healthcare is in catching diseases early and creating personalized treatment plans. AI can analyze tons of health data, like your medical records, family history, and even daily habits. Using this info, it can predict health risks long before they become serious problems. Early detection of diseases like cancer or diabetes means faster treatment, which could save lives and even cut healthcare costs in the long run. AI is personalizing medicine like never before. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, it can tailor treatment plans to your unique genes and lifestyle. This means fewer side effects and treatments that are more likely to work for you. Sounds great, but there's a catch. These advanced AI tools can be super expensive, especially for healthcare systems that are already strapped for cash. Implementing them requires new equipment and training, which could push healthcare costs even higher. If only the wealthy can afford these benefits, it could widen the gap in healthcare for everyone else. Another concern is data privacy and bias in these AI systems. If they're trained on biased information, they might unintentionally perpetuate unfairness in healthcare. If certain groups aren't well represented in the data, the predictions might not be accurate for them. So what's the solution? We need to find a balance. We need to harness AI's power while addressing its limitations. The future of healthcare could be incredible, but it all depends on how we navigate these challenges. Autonomous vehicles, road to utopia or chaos. Alright, now let's talk about self-driving cars. They're already a reality. Experts say that by 2030, 10 to 15% of new cars will be AI-powered and self-driving. But let's be honest, there are some bumps in this road to utopia. Imagine this. You're in your self-driving car, coffee in hand, when it decides to take a shortcut that your GPS doesn't know about. Sounds fine, until you realize that shortcut might lead to a construction zone. Advanced AI is supposed to make driving easier with features like automatic lane changes and cruise control. ABI research even predicts that by 2030, almost 70% of cars will have these features. But what if the system malfunctions, or there's an unexpected detour? Your car might think it knows better and take you on a wild goose chase, maybe even through a lake. Not exactly the smoothest ride. If we don't set clear rules for these self-driving systems, things could get chaotic fast. And let's not forget the big question. Who's to blame if a self-driving car has an accident? Is it the manufacturer, the developer who wrote the code, or the car owner? As these vehicles become more common, we'll need clear answers to avoid legal mayhem on top of any traffic mayhem. Before we move on and AI starts to run this channel, hit like and subscribe. Ethics and bias, the big if. AI is everywhere these days, promising to make our lives easier and better, but if this amazing tech isn't built right, it could actually make some existing problems worse. Imagine visiting your fancy new AI doctor for a checkup. If something goes wrong with the system, do you get a second opinion or just a technical 404 error? This might sound like science fiction, but it's a real concern. Here's the thing. AI systems learn from the data they're fed. The problem is that data can sometimes reflect the biases we already have in society. If we don't address these biases before building AI, it could unintentionally create unfairness. Studies show this algorithmic bias is an issue in many fields, especially hiring and healthcare. Some AI hiring tools have been caught favoring certain candidates based on race or gender, just because that's what the training data showed. If a system mostly sees resumes from men in tech, it might assume women are less qualified. Not cool, right? In healthcare, the stakes are even higher. AI can predict health risks or recommend treatments, but if the data it's trained on is flawed, It could lead to misdiagnoses. One study found that AI used for diagnosis might misinterpret symptoms depending on who was in the training data. This could mean people from certain backgrounds don't get the care they need. Some people think AI is objective because it's based on data. They assume machines don't have prejudices, but that's simply not true. AI is only as good as the data it learns from. If that data reflects historical biases, the AI will just keep those biases going at a larger scale. So, how do we fix this? Regulations are key. We need guidelines to ensure AI is built fairly. This means checking these systems for bias before they're used and monitoring them to see how they impact different groups. Having a diverse group of people build AI can lead to more well-rounded data and algorithms that better represent our complex world. If you're still watching, let's clarify this. AI holds the promise of a fantastic future, but we need to be careful. It has the power to change our lives for the better, but if we don't handle it right, it could make our problems worse. As we move closer to 2030, we need to ensure AI is built with fairness and inclusivity in mind. We need to check it for bias and make sure it works for everyone. The future is full of potential, but it's up to us to make sure it's a good one. Let us know in the comments. Do you think AI will make 2030 better or just weirder? Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.